Hello, this is English Free Podcast. Today's topic is talking to strangers. Ryan, I want to ask you something. Do you talk to strangers often? I mean simple things like saying hello, asking for directions, or talking in a shop. I think talking to strangers can be easy or difficult. Some people like it, some people do not like it. What about you? Do you feel comfortable when you talk to someone you don't know?
Sometimes I feel comfortable, sometimes I don't. It depends on the situation. If I am in a shop and I need help, I can talk to a stranger easily. I can say, "Excuse me," or "Can you help me?" and I am okay. But if a stranger starts talking to me on the street, I feel a little shy. I do not know why. Maybe I am not ready. Sonia, do you feel shy when a stranger talks to you?
Yes, sometimes I feel shy. But sometimes I feel normal and friendly. I think it depends on the person. If the stranger is smiling, I feel safe. If the stranger looks angry or strange, I feel nervous. When I travel, I talk to strangers more because I need help. I ask things like, where is the bus stop? Or is this the right way? People are usually kind. Do you ask strangers for directions, Ryan?
Yes, I do. When I am lost, I ask strangers. I say, "Sorry, can you help me?" or "How do I go to this place?" Many people help me. Some people give long answers, and I try to listen carefully. Sometimes I do not understand everything, but I still say thank you. I think talking to strangers is very useful when you need information. Sonia, do strangers ask you for help in your city?
Yes, many strangers ask me for help, especially tourists. They ask where the train station is, where the supermarket is, or how to buy a ticket. I try to help people. I speak slowly and point with my hand. Some tourists do not speak English, so we use simple words or gestures. It is funny sometimes. But I like helping people. It feels nice. Do you help tourists too, Ryan?
Yes, I do. When I see a tourist looking confused with a map, I sometimes ask, "Do you need help?" Many tourists smile and say yes. They always look happy when someone helps them. One time, a tourist asked me about a museum. I did not know the exact street, but I said, "Go straight and turn left." I hope he found it. Sonia, do you remember a funny moment when you talked to a stranger?
Yes, I remember a funny moment. One day I was waiting for the train. A woman next to me was looking at my shoes. Then she said, "I love your shoes." I was surprised. I said, "Thank you." Then she talked about shoes for 5 minutes. It was funny because I never talk about shoes with strangers. But she was friendly, so I smiled and listened. Ryan, do you have a funny stranger story?
Yes, I have one. One time I was in a cafe. A man sat next to me and started talking about the weather. He talked about rain, snow, sun, clouds, everything. He talked for a long time. I just smiled and said, "Yes, the weather is interesting." It was funny because he talked like we were old friends, but we never met before. Sonia, do you like talking to strangers on public transport?
Not really. On the train, I like quiet time. I listen to music or think about my day. When a stranger talks to me, I feel a little uncomfortable. But if the stranger needs something, like asking if the seat is free, that is okay. I like short conversations on trains. Long conversations make me tired. What about you, Ryan? Do you talk to strangers on the bus?
Sometimes, but not often. On the bus, I usually listen to music or look out the window. But sometimes an older person talks to me. They ask where I work or where I am going. I answer politely. I think older people like talking more. It is okay for me. But I prefer quiet mornings. Sonia, do you talk to strangers in shops?
Yes, I talk to workers in shops. I say hello, can I have this? Or do you have this in another size? It is easy and simple. I also talk to cashiers. I say thank you and have a nice day. Sometimes strangers talk to me in shops too. They say things like this is a good price or I like this product. That is okay. Small talks are simple. Do you like small talk, Ryan?
Small talk is fine. I can talk about the weather, food, prices, clothes, simple things. I do not need to think too much. But long conversations with strangers make me tired because I do not know them. I do not know what to say. Sonia, do you ever talk to strangers at events or parties?
Yes, sometimes. At parties, you meet new people. People ask simple questions like what is your name? Or where are you from? Or what do you do? I can answer these questions easily. But when people talk fast, I feel lost. I say sorry, can you repeat? They repeat and speak slower. Then I understand. Parties are not my favorite place to talk to strangers, but sometimes it is fun. Do you like meeting new people, Ryan?
I like meeting new people when the situation is calm. Not too loud, not too busy. If I meet someone one-on-one, I can talk very well. I ask simple questions. They answer. Then they ask me something. It is easy. But in big groups, I feel a little shy. Too many strangers. Sonia, do you ever start conversations with strangers?
Not often. Usually strangers talk to me first. But sometimes I start a conversation if I need something. For example, if I am in a bus station and I want to know if the bus is late, I ask a stranger. Or if I see someone with something interesting, like a nice bag, I say, I like your bag. Sometimes the stranger smiles and talks. Sometimes they just say thank you. It is simple. Do you start conversations, Ryan?
Sometimes. When I need information, yes. When I want to be friendly, maybe. For example, when I see someone waiting alone and looking bored, I smile and say something simple. But I do not start conversations all the time. I choose situations carefully. Sonia, do you think talking to strangers is important?
I think it is important in daily life. We need to ask questions, say thank you, ask for help, or answer simple things. Talking to strangers makes life easier. If we never talk to strangers, everything becomes difficult. So yes, it is important. Even small conversations help. Do you think so too, Ryan?
Yes, I think so. Talking to strangers helps us understand the world better. We learn new things. We find new places. We get help when we need it. It makes life more simple. Even a small hello can make someone smile. So yes, I think it is important. Thank you for listening to English Free Podcast. Find us on Telegram for more English practice every day. Subscribe and keep listening.